Hey, you guys, on today's show, Satan's Muse really showed how it was done in the Department of Unmitigated Gall this week, and Epstein news in general. So stick around for that today on the Angela Box Show.
Hello, my name is Angela Box. Show your personality.
All right, y'all, Satan's Muse is busy, y'all. She's out there like talking about how we need less immigration now because it's gotten really crazy out there, and it's like the signal's gone out to the other Democrats that, like, you know, this is getting really bad for us, so we should probably stop supporting illegal aliens. Anyway, she took a break from cucking for illegal aliens. I'm sorry, cucking for illegals. They don't care about illegals. They just want the power and their votes and the money that they provide. Anyway, the Great Replacement Theory is a thing, and it's real. Okay, she, in between doing that, she was like, you know what I think would be a great idea while I'm in Munich and getting, like, scolded about wokeism and transgenderism? If you didn't see this last week, this is worth it. Hillary Clinton doesn't know how to deal with people pushing back on her. She scares. I would push back on her. I would have so much fun, like, tormenting her, but then I'm afraid I would end up, suicided. Anyway, Hillary Clinton was in Munich last week, and she got her ass handed to her by an interviewer who I believe is Hungarian, which makes it even better. Roll the clip.
Secretary Clinton, so thank you for that. And you got.
You really mean that?
Yes, I do. I do, and you got several rounds of applause there. But I'm really interested in the line that our discussion is having already, which is a battle within the West between conservatism and liberalism. But I don't think we would be having this discussion at all if it weren't for some of the positions the US administration has taken. And let me take one of them, which is Ukraine, which is obviously at the center of the Munich discussions of the past couple of years. And the line that the Trump administration has taken in trying to resolve the Ukraine conflict following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, it's apparent thrust to accept Russia's territorial encroachment on Ukraine. And to you, I absolutely, I understand, and we've had various versions of it already, your characterization of a clash between conservative and liberal values being, at the heart of what's going on in the West. But in this particular one, a security issue, one that involves international law, whether countries still respect those international laws laid down after the Second World War, do you think that that brings a new rift within the West? Ukraine, the US's position.
You're talking to me?
Yes, I am.
I think that the Trump administration's position toward Ukraine is disgraceful. I think the effort to force Ukraine into a surrender deal with Putin is shameful. I think the effort that Putin and Trump are making to profit off the misery and death of the Ukrainian people is a historic error and corrupt to the nth degree. And so I believe Ukraine is fighting for our democracy and our values of freedom and civilization on the front lines, losing thousands of people and having their country destroyed by one man's mania to control them. And I think Trump either doesn't understand or could care less about that suffering. So that's what I think.
And so do you think he has destroyed the West, to go to our title?
He has betrayed the West. He's betrayed human values. He's betrayed the NATO Charter, the Atlantic Charter, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. A lot of what has been done before to try to make sense of how difficult it is to restrain people who want unaccountable power. And none of us in this room, including all of us on this panel, would choose to live under a regime that was so unaccountable that it could act with impunity the way that Putin does, except that's who Trump is modeling himself
I don't think
after.
we would be having this debate under that kind of regime, for sure. We will come back, I suspect, to the conservatism and liberalism clash within the West, but thank you for that. Peter, do you agree that the Trump administration's actions on Ukraine have produced a rift in the West?
Well, first, I think you really don't like him.
That is absolutely true. But I really, not only do I not like him, I don't like him because of what he's doing to the United States and the world. And I think you should take a hard look at it if you think that there is something good that will come out of it.
What I think Trump is doing in America, I think it is reaction for something for some policies that really went too far from the regular people, too far from reality. So we saw the cancel culture. We saw the woke revolution. I don't agree with the gender revolution, the climate alarmism.
Which gender? Women having their rights?
No, let Peter go on.
I think there are two genders. So, but some of us think that there is more than one or more than two gender. I think there is male and female, and the rest probably is a social construct. So this is something that went too far.
But does that justify selling out the people of Ukraine who are on the front lines dying to save their freedom and their two genders, if that's what you're worried about?
Can I please finish my points? I'm sorry that it makes you nervous. I'm really sorry for that.
It makes me nervous. It makes me
but seriously, can we let Peter finish, please? Can we let Peter finish, please?
I have to say one more thing. You said that Ukraine fights for our future and for our freedom. I think first Ukraine fights for Ukraine's future, Ukraine's freedom, and Ukraine's sovereignty and independence. So we should help them, of course. But what I see on some people in the West, they are trying to help the Ukraine. But that's another question. I don't know if Trump's administration is helping the Ukraine to stop the war. I believe that there is such an approach. I don't see any other strong geopolitical player who would be able to force Russia to stop killing the Ukrainian people and stop destroying their country. I don't see. Maybe China, but China makes nothing. I don't know if the pressure, if Trump is forcing Russia in the way that they will stop the war. I don't know. I only see that the only Americans right at the moment can make it. I see the dialogue.
Do you think Europe could put more pressure on Russia, for example, by putting pressure on Turkey, by targeting the refineries of oil more, and so on?
I think Europe also makes some pressure. We release sanctions. We do what we can. But I think the Russians, they probably don't care. When I visited Ukraine, I saw the goodwill of all people in Ukraine. They were really united and willing to stop the war. But
they keep fighting. There seem to be.
They also made some steps that probably a year ago no one from them would allow to say or even suggest. Now they are ready to make some steps back. Now it's ball on the Russian side, but I don't see any goodwill on their side. So
indeed, we probably are agreed on that.
After getting her ass handed to her by the transgender stuff and the woke stuff, and having to admit that, we don't stop talking about how great illegals are, like we're totally cooked. She thought after that humiliation ritual, she decided to sit down with BBC because I guess she was like, I mean, I know Prince Andrew has been arrested. I don't know if he'd been arrested then, but it was around that time, and I would imagine that some people got some heads up. I mean, I know, like, he's about to be arrested or he's arrested, and this is not Epstein related per se, but it is because everybody knows that, like, it's really about Epstein, even though it's like technically we're gonna get him my financial stuff, and but I think I should sit down with the BBC because this is how arrogant I am. I'm Hillary Clinton, bitch. Okay? Who are you? Who are you? And how dare you fix your face to even ask me these questions. And that is what we're dealing with here, because Hillary Clinton thinks she's above it. I mean, she is Satan's muse after all. Like, she runs that satanic playground, okay? Like, she's the head bitch in charge of all y'all bitches, okay? And so if she's sitting down with you, you damn sure aren't going to be asking her any questions about Epstein. But just in case you do, she's got some really great answers for you. So the first question she asked this reporter was like, I'm paraphrasing here. Let me put my glasses on. Can't read anything. Hillary Clinton laughs after she's asked about salacious photo of Bill Clinton in a hot tub with alleged Epstein trafficking victim. So we're gonna roll that clip of Hillary Clinton like explaining why Bill was like in that pool. Like, what is wrong with you perverts? Like, it was totally innocent. Roll that clip.
What was your reaction when you saw some of the material that has been released? I'm thinking, for example, of images of your husband apparently in a hot tub in a swimming pool on Epstein's plane. What was your reaction to that? And do you know the context surrounding some of those images?
Absolutely. And it wasn't a hot tub on a plane. It was one of the stops they made to look at philanthropic and charitable work that my husband has done, saving literally millions of lives around the world. It turned out that was done long before there was any public awareness and certainly any conviction of any crime by Jeffrey Epstein. So it was a short period of time that was in pursuit of charitable philanthropic work. A lot of people were traveling at the same time. Many staff members, guests, other supporters of the foundation. If Bill and I had a penny for every person we've taken pictures with, we would be extremely rich today.
I mean, y'all, this heifer says it with a straight face. This heifer, who we know, went to Epstein's ranch. This heifer, who we know, had Ghislaine Maxwell at her double bagger daughter's wedding, okay? This woman who helped start the Clinton Foundation, the Clinton Initiative, Jeffrey Epstein's main bee, okay? And Jeffrey Epstein, like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, that's what you're saying? Okay. That was a pretty lame ass answer, but it's, you know, it's on brand. Because remember Hillary Clinton in like 92 or something like that? She's like, I'm not some Tammy Wynette person that's going to stand by my man, but at the same time, they're all trailer park trash. Like, that's same energy. Okay. Now, not that I'm saying that they have a sexual relationship, because obviously they do not. But she knows from whence her power comes, so she knows to protect the king at all costs. Now, the second thing she said was, Hillary Clinton caught in a huge lie as she breaks her silence regarding her and Bill's ties to Jeffrey Epstein. Okay. She claimed that Bill had done, y'all, I think you need to see the video. The video is what does it justice, but again, I slow clap at the unmitigated gall and the audacity. Roll the clip.
Do you regret the links that there have been?
You know, we have no links. We have a very clear record that we've been willing to talk about, which my husband has said. He took some rides on the airplane for his charitable work. I don't recall ever meeting him.
Did you ever meet Ghislaine Maxwell?
I did on a few occasions, and thousands of people go to the Clinton Global Initiative. So it to me is not something that is really at the heart of what this matter is about. They are accused, and in both cases were convicted of horrific crimes against girls and women. That should be the focus. And
I mean, she's like explaining everything away. She's like, yeah, I met Ghislaine 3 times. Like, yeah, she was at the wedding. Like, so what? Like, what's that mean? Anyway, she is just, she's next level, man. Like, I fully believe that she thinks she is truly Satan's chosen one. And, like, she's good. Like, Satan's going to protect her no matter what. I think a lot of these people think that, honestly. Okay, now, speaking of child touchers, because aren't we finding out that so much about Q, has been proven 100% correct, which is why they silenced it, and which is why they shadow banned people and took them off Twitter like they did to me. If you talk about it, like, for, you know, that's weird. Like, I don't see you freaking out over people like really obsessed with UFOs or Bigfoot, or the fact that maybe we didn't land on the moon, which my sister completely believes right now. Like, I don't see you going out of your way to shut down those conspiracy theories. Why this one? Oh, I think we know why. So, Pizzagate, as we all know, as we've all been following for many years, and, you know, the normies are just catching up. So, you know, welcome aboard. We're happy you're here. Keep learning, keep digging, and go on the keyboard, for God's sakes, because it's basically playing out in front of us. Now, remember, they told us that Pizzagate was just this crazy thing. It was a crazy right-wing conspiracy theory. You know, John Podesta is as clean as pure as the wind driven snow. He is a valued member of the Washington elite. Like, what are you saying? Like, so what if he's talking about getting pizza and hot dogs and, like, weird uses of the word walnut and sauce and handkerchiefs? Like, and your point? So they called us all crazy people, of course, until the Epstein files. And now the Epstein files are like, you know, there are inordinately a large amount of the word pizza, which is completely out of context, except for this one instance. It's a little strange. And then the New York Times in their intrepid reporting is like, now that I'm looking through it, there's all kinds of strange words in here, and this is very weird. Welcome aboard, you assholes. Like, welcome aboard. But it is bears repeating that these people are sick mother effers, okay? And not one of you ever. Joe Biden is a chronic child toucher and a child sniffer.
Yeah, mine went there. Let me whisper a secret. Don't tell mommy what I told you. You got it? Did you just sniff that baby? I'm recording. Yeah, she recording, fool. Yeah, you got caught on candy camera. If that was my child, I would have smacked you all the way back to 1777, the year after we got our independence. What in the hell? Joe, why are you sniffing that child? Do you got a cold? Are you having flu-like symptoms? If so, then blow your nose. Don't be sniffing on that child. You sick pedophile. Didn't even know the cameras were rolling. Mother, ooh, creep.
Okay. His daughter talked about showering with her dad when it was horribly inappropriate. Not one of you has ever brought that up, but yet you want to say that Donald Trump is a rapist and Donald Trump is a pedophile? Where's all your energy for videos like this? Roll the clip of Joe Biden molesting children right in front of us.
For their trust and confidence. I've got a lot of thanks to give out here. First and foremost to my perfect wife.
Don't tell me what I have. Can I run with Jess alone? Very good.
We met before. It's hard to forget those eyes.
Oh, wait, no, come on. Okay. Come on.
Right, so you get right over here. There you go. Okay. You can put it away if you want. Is that what you said to my mom? It was wonderful. My mom loved it.
1 minute, Angel. Do you want to hold it? Here, lollipop. It's going to come in your mouth. Just look at the camera, and then we're going to have lollipop. It's going to go in your mouth right after, like right after.
Keep going. You're going to stand right next to me. There you go. And then we're going to have...
There you go.
Got it? Okay.
And the people in the back, you can spread out a little bit.
You're welcome to the front row. Do you remember what I told you? No, not smile. No date till you're 30. Hey, Angel, how old are you? You're 12. What's your name? How are you? The problem is, you know,
You guys, you got a hard time. All right, sister. I like kids better than people.
Yeah.
Okay. Grandpa's one of the good guys.
That's nice of you to say.
No, I'm not saying it. He knows it. Do you know what my dad used to say? His granddaughters have one important job.
I mean, y'all, there's so much, and I'm not even gonna get to like dig super deep into the Les Wexner. I was gonna say Lex Wexner. Anyway, Les Wexner went and testified this week, and Representative Ratchet's out there doing her ratchet stuff, and she asked him. She said, "Yo, Mr. Wexner, let me ask you a question. Did you ever see Donald Trump do anything with Jeffrey Epstein?" No? Okay. Did you ever see Jeffrey Epstein talk about Donald Trump? Oh, he did? Oh, he did? He talked about him? What he say? Oh, he just like tried to act like he was big and bad? Okay. So like, you never saw Donald Trump being with Jeff Epstein ever? Any inappropriate with young children? Anything? No, nothing like that. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna continue, fighting for the people of Texas in my Senate. Vote Jasmine Crockett for Senate. That's what that ratchet hoe was doing. Roll the clip.
Did you ever spend time with Epstein and Donald Trump?
Together?
Yes.
I would answer this question accurately. I would go to some of the Victoria's Secret fashion shows because it's very important to the brand. At some of the fashion shows, Jeffrey was there and some Trump was there. And I remembered, because Trump would always introduce himself to me. And I always thought it was kind of odd that he was at the fashion show because he had nothing to do with fashion. So the coincidence of them being together at an event, it could have been that, but I have no specific recollection. They never had a social or like a drink or a cup of coffee, something, that would put them together.
Okay, so just to clarify, because I want to make sure we're clear on the record, you're saying that you can recall instances potentially where Epstein and Trump were together and you were in their presence, or just a random scenario where Epstein may be there, Trump may be there separately, and then you would be there?
It would be at random. That would be accurate. If it happened, but I have no specific recollection.
Okay. Did you ever see or become aware of President Trump having a sexual relationship with a person who was introduced to him by Epstein or Maxwell?
No.
Has Donald Trump ever discussed Jeffrey Epstein with you?
Nope.
Did Jeffrey Epstein ever discuss Donald Trump with you?
I would describe it, he would name drop it. So he would say things like, I know President Clinton, or I know the Pope, or I know God, or or I know you. It was that kind of name dropping, but never, I can't remember a specific place, but Jeffrey dropped a lot of names.
Okay. So to clarify, you believe he's specifically dropped Donald Trump's name?
No, I'm saying it could have, and I don't remember.
Okay. Did Epstein ever share any information with you about Donald Trump's sexual activities?
No.
Do you have a relationship with Donald Trump?
No.
But you've met him before.
He introduced himself to me at the fashion show a couple of times, but I wouldn't say, hello, how are you? Like you say met, like in We knew each other. We don't know each other. He wouldn't. I'd be shocked if he remembered me.
Okay. And I know that you specifically mentioned the island, that you have been to Jeffrey's Island. Do you recall seeing any of those persons that Jeffrey Epstein would name drop while you were on his island?
No, nobody was there but Abigail, myself, Jeffrey, maybe somebody cutting grass or something. There was a maintenance person, I think. I don't specifically recall. I know for sure I was there. Abigail was there. Jeffrey was there.
And there wasn't anything abnormal about the appearance of the home on the island, and the reason that I asked, just to give you clarification on what I mean by abnormal, we've heard reports of people being thrown off when they walked into his home in New York because there was a massage table that was just sitting randomly in the middle of a room. Did you see anything like that when you visited any property that belonged to Jeffrey Epstein?
Well, first to clarify, when we visited the island, there was like a Pueblo building, like maybe a one room and a bathroom or something. It was pretty crummy. And the island was crummy. There were no trees, there was no sand, there was no beach. It was just, it's a kind of a peculiar thing. It was an island, but it was like a pile of rocks. It was just, I was kind of shocked.
Okay, now another Les Wexner, like a little thing that makes you go, okay, like what are we sitting on here? Like what is getting ready to break? Because like the freak out from this lawyer is unlike anything I've ever seen. So Les Wexner's sitting there talking about, oh, you know, the Rothschilds and how Epstein was connected to them and, you know, all this stuff. Like he was their personal banker and he did, you know, Jeff Bezos and blah, blah, blah. Started like dropping all this tea all over these congressional tables. And his lawyer was like, he literally, like you could hear him say, shut the F up. Or he say 5 more words, something. Roll the clip.
I'd done personal work for the Rothschild family in France. Well, specifically, I talked to Ellie de Rothschild, and so I mentioned that earlier. So he represented their whole family, so there had been a whole bunch of people. I mean, most of them I never would have met, but I knew Ellie. He would say, like, I'm providing financial advice to the founders of Google. I'm providing financial advice to Jeff Bezos.
Answer the question. 5 words, okay? Answer the question.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting fun out there, but I'm going to leave you with this clip of the Shakespearean witches known at The View as The View. And one, Whoopi Goldberg, the very beautiful and extremely feminine head HBIC. I mean, Hillary Clinton's the HBIC in her little satanic playground, and Whoopi is the HBIC in her satanic playground.
God forbid I exude confidence and enjoy sex. Do you think I relish the fact that I have to act like Mary Sunshine 24/7 so I can be considered a lady? I'm the Marsha Brady of the Upper East Side.
Known as The View. So Whoopi Goldberg's been running that mouth for a long time about how Donald Trump's in the Epstein files, and if you're in there, why, this must be really, really bad, and you must be a pedophile, and blah, been running day mouths. Well, guess who's in the Epstein files? Whoopi Goldberg. So Whoopi Goldberg and her den of Macbeth's witches, including that one Alyssa Farah Griffin, who, you know, as I like to say, took a shit on her old boss and got a bioweapon shoved in her arm just to be on TV, just to be the one who's not completely crazy, although you've completely simped up to them and you look ridiculous. So they've been like defending Whoopi because Whoopi, well, she's just in the files. And that doesn't mean anything, you guys. Roll that clip.
Bottom line is this. Release the damn files and release them now. Release everything.
If this does not implicate Donald Trump, why wouldn't you say release everything? They absolutely have to show us what they're all hiding. If there's nothing to hide, release it all.
But all of that information is out there. Why not just put it to rest and say, release the list?
Because, you know, they should just say, listen, this is what it is. Do you want to offer your G2? Okay.
And it looks like they said no thanks.
Yeah.
So in other words, anybody can be on this list.
Well, this is my point, because I'm telling you, when I tell you people are trying to turn me into, I wasn't his girlfriend. You used to have facts before you said stuff.
But Trump is on the list 38,000 times.
Well, I can't speak to him, but I'm speaking about me because I'm getting dragged. People actually believe that I was with him.
He dropped like 300 names.
Yes.
And it's like flood the zone, because when you're looking, there are people like Marilyn Monroe, who is dead.
Elvis.
Yeah, a lot of people, because a lot of the reasons your name can be mentioned are news articles, third-party emails, contacts. Again, wealthy, famous people often cross in professional and social circles, so that's not the surprising part.
Yeah, I thought that'd be a fun one to end on, because, you know, I guess you better get that orange jumpsuit ready, Whoopi, right? I mean, you're in the Epstein files. Okay, guys, we'll be right back. Okay, you guys, you know how much I love Angel Lift. Angel Lift is this genius little thing that you put in your mouth, these little plastic silicone bands, and you put them in your mouth, and it plumps out your lips, and it makes you truly turn back the clock, okay? Because as you get older, you're going to notice, if you're not there yet, you'll notice soon, your mouth is going to start puckering up like it looks like you've been smoking on Marlboro Reds your whole life, okay? And as someone who drinks out of a straw and has my entire existence, basically, I've got that problem. And when I found Angel Lift, I don't know how I came across them, but I found them, and I've been using them religiously for years. And I sleep in them, and they're going to say, don't do that. Please don't do that. But I do. Whatever. So when you go to angellift.com and use the code Angela Bach Show, you're going to get 10% off. Trust me when I tell you, especially ladies, okay? It's not a cute look to have a wrinkle mouth, okay? Get you some Angel Lift and stave off the visit to the filler lady, okay? Because you can get the same look as filler without having to get filler, and for a lot less money. But trust me, get the professional grade ones, because those are the best ones. angellift.com/Angela Bach Show. All right, that's where I'm going to leave this video. Please let me know what you think down below. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. And I'll see you in the next one. And remember, keep kicking ass and taking names, and to always let I will be done.